Welcome to Guesstimators, the quiz that gets inside the brilliant and bizarre brains of Britain. I'm Andy Bush, and every week we explore the biggest questions facing British society, like is it acceptable for men to exclusively sit down to wee? This week we are delighted to be joined by broadcaster and author Emily Dean as co-host on Frank Skinner's various radio and podcast projects. Emily is a two-time Sony Gold Award winner and a hugely popular Walking the Dog podcast sees her get to know some of the UK's household names alongside her companion Raymond. Outside of broadcasting, Emily is also a prolific writer, and her 2019 memoir, Everybody Died, So I Got a Dog, received critical acclaim for its comic yet poignant storytelling. It is an honour to welcome Emily Dean to Guesstimators.
Oh, I love that intro. Do you know what I love most, Andy? Is the idea of Ray as my companion. I'm really comfortable with that. I have a Shih Tzu as a companion, and I think that's a life well lived.
And do you call him? You call him Ray? We gave him his full name there, Raymond.
I respect you for giving him his full name, because do you know what, Raymond? I think you might have met Raymond once. I might have brought him into.
He's got a Star Wars Endor, Planet Endor vibe about him.
He's also got something of the old-fashioned gent about him. He doesn't he walks on paths. That's just no lie. He likes to take, and he's quite neat and clean and tidy.
Yeah. That's good. He's a very respectful dog.
Well, I think so, although I worry if he was a human, he might be a bit of a snob. Do you know what I mean? I think he might be a bit Hyacinth Bouquet.
Would you ever put him in like a little basket? I see quite a lot of people push their dogs around. Would you ever wheel him about? You see that a bit these days?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit, I'll get you and your little dog too, Toto. It's a bit Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I have bags for him. Catherine Ryan, the brilliant comic Catherine Ryan, once sent me, I had this amazing designer package arrive for me on this posh clothes company. I won't mention them just in case, don't want to interfere with any brand deals you have. And it arrives and there's a big, I'll mention the designer, they're called Missoni. Heard of them?
Do we look like people who've heard of high-end clothes brands?
I didn't want to say. I didn't want to lead the witness.
It's the elephant in the room.
This Missoni packaging arrives. I've never been so happy because bear in mind this is my birthday. I open it. It's a hugely expensive bag for Ray.
A bag for Ray?
It's a bag for Ray to be carried in. And it's the best gift I've ever had.
Has he been in it then? You've carried him around in this thing?
Oh, he's never out of it. The trouble is he won't go in any other bags. He's got a Missoni bag and, yes, admittedly, there is. I'm quite into the pink fluffy merchandise.
Okay.
Because, I'm not quite sure in terms of my dog's sexual orientation.
Okay.
But I hope, I always wanted a gay son, so I like to think he is. Have you got a dog, Bush?
I would love a dog. I mean, I had dogs when we were kids, but at the moment, with how chaotic our household is, I think it would split us up, me and Katie. Do you know what I mean? Just in terms of the...
Well, you've got to weigh it up.
Yeah, exactly. My own flat.
No, I love Katie. I'm a big fan of her. So I think don't have the dog. You strike me as more of a cat person.
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not.
I think you've got cat energy.
Do you like... Do I really... Why have I got cat energy? What?
No, David Baddiel is a cat person.
Do you like cats?
Do you know, I've lived next door to some cat people. They're nice. There are some lovely cats. I grew up with cats. We used to have Burmese.
Oh, they're long hair?
No, they're quite short haired.
Okay.
They're sort of quite pop. I don't.
Yeah, they're fashionable.
But you get an ick of like, if a cat person, you go around to a cat person's house, and they might make you a sandwich or something. Do you ever worry you're going to get the hair in your mouth and all that kind of stuff? Do you know what I mean?
I'm a bit more worried about their husband's hygiene habits, quite frankly. Someone said that to me once. Someone said, oh, it's a bit unhygienic, the dog sleeping on the bed. And I said, trust me. Because I was actually quite offended. They were like, I just don't know how you can have them in the bed. I just think it's, it's really dirty. And I was like, there are far more unhygienic things happening in your bed than a dog. Some of them aren't even legal.
Well, I mean, it's a brilliant format for a podcast, Walking the Dog, and I guess you'd agree that there's something disarming about getting people to talk whilst they're doing something else. Kind of opens them up a little bit, right? You had Jedward on recently, yeah?
Oh my God!
How were they?
I'm so obsessed with Jedward now, and what was great is that they're completely authentic. This is how they're like. Like they were contacting me afterwards going, it was so jepic. And we're looking forward to the soft launch of Rayward. They're such lovely boys.
Do you think they are psychopathically connected in that they can talk to each other through
I
ESP?
prefer telepathically, so there you
Oh,
go.
yeah, that's the wrong word, isn't it? Are they
It could be a Freudian.
that is a Freudian slip. But can they communicate without talking?
Why is Andy being so hard?
I had a right old
boys.
pop at... Yeah, we're doing fine. We're having a good chat. And then Bush just had a
Literally
massive
just
pop at
called Jedward psychopaths.
Psychopath.
And they're two of the nicest men. And they're really good mates with Gemma Collins, which I love. I'm so invested in that friendship.
Yeah. What did you learn about Jedward when
I
walking with him?
think, well, firstly, I think on a serious note, I think what's interesting is that they were talking a lot about doing that show and how and I think that's why they bonded with Gemma Collins, because how those shows sort of turn you into this slightly hideous cartoon character that you can never get out of, that actually, and it's true, you know, even though we say their name and we smile, you still think, oh, Jedward, they're this.
Yeah.
And in a way, that's why they became so famous and so popular. Is, you know, they have a thing. They've got the hair. They have the sequin jackets. You think, yeah, they're camp. They're funny. But what I realised talking to them is they're smart. They're so smart.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why they've had this successful career. And actually, you realise looking back on X Factor that Simon Cowell used to sort of slag them off and say, oh, we've got to get rid of them every week. Was all, I feel, quite smart of him as well, because he knew that would get the public immediately voting. And so I just ended up absolutely loving those boys.
Yeah.
And we've decided to be friends.
You stayed. They've been texting and all that kind of
there's
stuff.
been messaging. I've slid into Jedward's DMs. They have shared DMs, just FYI.
Yeah, I was going to say, do they just have one WhatsApp number? Just
Psychopathic people generally
Oh,
do
will you
too.
stop,
Sorry.
Andy Bush?
I will correct that term.
What is your problem? But no,
I want them on this, so don't slag them off, because
Well,
I'm
I'm
connected
gonna
with
tell-
them on LinkedIn,
Will
actually.
you put a
I'm
good
going
word
to-
in for us?
Are you?
They added me on LinkedIn recently.
Are they on LinkedIn?
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not added on LinkedIn with Jedward, unlucky.
Do you know what? I'm not on LinkedIn at all. Because I just would find that I just think, well, what am I paying my agent for if I'm on LinkedIn?
On LinkedIn.
I mean, it would. I'd have to question
Yeah.
the
I
percentage.
don't know what if Jedward are looking for podcast opportunities, maybe that's why they added me.
Well, listen, let's get into this. So the main reason we are here is the quiz. So let's get stuck in following a recap of how it all works with Matt Cutler, aka the Statman.
Let's do it. Just before we do that, breaking news. I'm also connected to Jedward on LinkedIn. So you're missing out. And, you know, like it's for people's work. They just have experience, 16 years, singer-songwriters.
Great.
That's it.
Perfect.
Fair enough. That's what it says on the tin.
I love that for them. I mean, if Jedward are on LinkedIn, maybe I do need to get on LinkedIn.
Get yourself on there.
Honey G is another connection of mine.
Honey, gee.
You've got all the greats. Is that the American? Who's that?
No,
the
she was
rapper.
like the...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then became an estate agent, but
I
got
know.
fired because she was too recognisable.
Oh,
It's
really?
sad, actually. It's horrible.
Isn't that what a day at Foxton's that was?
That's on her. That's on her LinkedIn.
I hope she gave the mini back.
Right. Anyway, let's get quizzing. So, Emily, Guesstimators works like this. We've compiled a group of people from across the UK representing a wide range of backgrounds, ages, and interests. We call them the Guestination. You'll hear us reference them quite a lot. We ask the Guestination a series of frankly stupid questions with no correct answer. Your job is to try and work out what their most common answers were to said questions.
I
Simple as
love
that.
it. Can I say, you've got a very good vibe for a quizmaster. You're very, you know what you're doing.
Thank
he's
you.
like our tech guy. You know what I mean? He's got
You
the stats
really,
there.
yeah, I trust you.
Also,
I'd get a mortgage off him.
yeah.
Would you get a mortgage
you?
off Matt?
No.
Okay.
No, I might do actually. I would trust you to, I believe, as Elvis puts it, TCB.
Take care of business.
Yeah.
Take care of business.
Well, I take inspiration from the best. I was actually doing a pub quiz 3 weeks or so ago, and David Baddiel's brother was the quizmaster. Ivor.
Oh, Ivor, lovely Ivor.
I wasn't expecting that. I looked in for ages thinking, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it took me about an hour, and then I clocked it.
Do you look like he had cats?
Ivor
yes.
does have cats. I've been to his property.
Would you have a sandwich at Ivor's?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Look, will you stop
I'm
worrying
sorry.
about this cat hair thing?
Right, let's get involved. Sorry, I should have said it's you against Bush. So this is the competitive element here.
Fist bump. Yeah, we're not walking the dog now. Full eye contact only the whole way through.
There'll be 3 rounds, and I'll take your answers. So let's get involved. This week's Guesstimators quiz is called Baths, Bites, and Body Parts. It's the
Okay.
B's this week.
Great.
And round 1 this week, don't say we don't cover life's big questions on Guesstimators, because for round 1, we asked the Guestination where they most typically take the first bite in both a triangular-shaped and rectangular shaped sandwich.
Okay.
I've got another, and also
It's funny we should be talking about sandwiches,
Yeah.
etc.
to help you, this will come up on our Spotify and our video thing. I've got a diagram there for you to work off, Emily, if that helps.
Oh, he has got a diagram.
He's taking care of business.
I mean, this is extraordinary. I've seen less complex architectural drawings. I've never seen anything like this. I feel like I need a degree in engineering to come on this podcast.
Isn't it weird though? Before we started recording, you were just telling us how much you love 24 Hours in Police Custody, and
I
you're
do.
in almost that environment. You've got the camera here, your headphones on. You've been shown an image on a screen that we need you to point towards and tell
But
us some information
You know
about.
what you'll never get from me, sadly? No comment.
No comment. We're not here for no comment on this.
Lots of comment.
And we love it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So we gave the Guesstination the image. So it's basically 2 annotated sandwiches. One's rectangular,
Yep.
one's triangular, and there's 5 options. There's the
Okay.
middle of the non-crusted side,
Yeah.
between the middle and the corner of the non-crusted side, the corner where the crusted side meets the non-crusted side,
I'm sorry about that, Emily.
I'm just going to examine the evidence more
Thank you.
closely.
middle of the crusted side, and the corner where 2 crusted sides meet. Basically,
Okay.
there's 5 different options of where you'd maybe take a bite on those sandwiches.
Okay.
Emily, I've always had you down as the authority on kind of manners and so on, into the right thing to do in certain situations. Are you? What's your view on the whole kind of sandwich thing here?
Oh, I love that you've said that. That's,
Yeah,
that's really appealed to me, that. Really makes me like you even more. Yeah, do you know what? No, my mum was very hot on manners.
Mm-hmm.
She used to really sort of, she would really pummel that home. And she was like, don't hold your knife like a pen or your fork like a dagger. I'm still trying to work out what that means, the dagger. It's so weird.
Dagger-like fork.
Yeah, but she was very into thank you letters and, all this sort of stuff.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
So
Old
anyway.
school. If we do come around your house, then what kind of sandwiches would you make us? Would they be diagonal cut or square, or how would you make them?
We were crustless in our family, which could tell you quite a lot about what my next answer is going to be. I think people who eat crusts are psychopaths.
Like Jedward.
Will you stop saying
Sorry,
that
psychopathic.
Jedward is psychopath when what you meant was telepathic?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good point.
Don't tar them with that brush. I would say, I think it is weird. The crusts are what the awful, awful tax you pay in order to get to the joy of the sandwich.
So you don't eat crusts at all?
No, you don't go in first with the crusts. That's absolutely patently absurd. It's the worst part of the sandwich.
Just so
it's
that we're
like
clear.
going in to see the support band first.
But you don't, just to be clear for the record, since it is 24 hours in police custody, you don't eat the crust at all when you have a sandwich? You leave the crust?
You don't have to answer that question.
Do you know, I'm loving this high street lawyer I've got
You want 5 minutes just to come up with a statement?
who's just graduated.
Thanks.
So I tell you what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of pretend I plan to eat them,
Okay.
but invariably I leave them in a little shelf at the corner of the plate. And I know people have said, "Oh, they're good for you should eat the crust." Because
Yep.
were you told by your parents that you should eat the crust?
Put hairs on your chest, my mum used to tell me.
Make your hair go curly, yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
I mean,
like a
that's the
hair-related
one
thing.
I've heard more frequently. I haven't heard the put hairs on your chest.
I was only 9.
Why would
scared
you
of
want?
anything.
What a strange incentive to give a child. I don't want hairs, mummy. I'm 9 years old. They should give kids a better incentive. Like Santa Claus will literally come over and set fire to the house
Yeah.
if you don't eat your crust. I was never encouraged really to eat them.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure I believe this whole nutritional thing anyway, because I've been to Japan. Have you been to Japan?
No, I'd love to go.
Right, one thing you'll discover, it may not be the main headline news you come back with, but is that they mainly eat crustless bread in Japan.
Oh.
Crusts are not big in Japan. No one really eats crusts.
Okay.
I would say that Japanese people it's probably one of the healthiest diets in the world.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I see where
With
you're
them
going
eat
with
a
this.
crust.
Longevity through crust avoidance. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, us crust deniers,
Yeah.
we have a strong argument here. So, no, I would say, do I give my answer
No,
now?
I haven't asked a question yet.
Oh, God.
That's fine.
I've been
That's
talking
fine.
so much, but that's just how I feel about
great.
crust.
That's good.
Question 1. So we gave the Guessernation the diagram that I described, and
Andy?
Emily's looking at now.
Let's have a quick look at this.
I want you to tell me, across both of the shaped sandwiches, did most people's first bite contain crust or not?
Okay. Most people, you know what my answer's going to be. Of
See-
course, it's going to be. Is it A, B, or C are the options?
Well, this is
No,
it, but I guess
crust or no
you're
crust?
trying to work out what the people, not necessarily yourself.
I
do you what
know,
I mean?
but I think most people think like me. Is that going to be a problem in this quiz?
Well, no, well, we'll see.
I certainly think with crusts. I think the only reason you'd bite into the crust first was because you're trying to show off. Like, oh, look at me. I'm so hard. I can eat the crusts and everything. That would literally just be a show-off move.
Right. So, crusting, as far as you're concerned, is like fronting up, showing off.
I love the verb crusting. Crusting. What do you think, Andy?
I mean, I think most people, when they first, I would 100% eat the crust, and I think
Would
most people,
you?
they would eat the crust. But I think you go in on a non-crust edge.
Do you?
If that's where you,
So do I. Well,
Yeah.
we're in agreement then.
we're in agreement on this, I think.
So I'm going to go. Do I have to? Can I just say non-crust? And
Yeah,
do you
you
understand
can.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you're
I'm gonna go non-crust. You're going in on you wouldn't eat the crust first. It's kind of
No.
a bit weird,
Well, I
isn't it?
wouldn't eat it ever, but that's not the point.
Okay, I'll take non-crust for both.
We'll
of you
go
for
in
question
non-crust.
one.
Great.
Yeah, take that.
Consensus in the first question.
Yeah.
Question 2 on the triangular sandwich. What was the most common answer? I want a letter here for where they would most typically take the first bite on the triangular one. And if you say the second most common, I'll give you a half point.
Who'd have thought when we first met at work, I'd be sat in Spotify showing you a bloody diagram of a sandwich.
Oh dear.
Not how I thought it'd pan out.
No. Okay.
So
Can I have a look at the diagram, please?
Please
Can
do.
you not hog it? So on the triangular, because it's interesting, the triangular versus rectangular, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference?
I feel I would always make rectangular sandwiches for myself, 100%. If I had people coming over there, I might triangular it up a bit.
I'll make an effort for the guests.
Exactly. So,
I like that. I do prefer a rectangle. I personally think rectangle's a bit classy. A bit
Yep.
classier, personally.
Mhm.
Okay, so I've got to choose which specific corner,
Let me show you.
Or letter.
letter.
For the listeners, if you're not watching.
For the record of the tape.
Yeah.
But Bush is going into his bag.
Let me just.
Tin
And
foil.
it has to be a corner. So does the answer to this question...
They chose one of the letters.
One of the letters.
those.
No, I'm choosing one of the letters, but what I'm saying is if it has to be a corner, that will involve a crust, won't it?
Yeah, doesn't have to be a corner.
Oh, doesn't it?
No.
Just to prove, Emily, there's my sandwich that I made for today: cheese and pickle. It's a rectangle.
It's a rectangle.
Yeah.
It looks so sad. Bush. That looks-
Yeah, she's left me.
I think
me sandwich.
I think it. I find it rather sweet. I like it.
Thank you very much. Sit in the park and eat that on my own.
I love a bit of tin foil on a sandwich.
I love it. I love pushing
It's
it
very
in. Like...
honest day's work.
It is.
I like that.
It really does feel like
Okay, let me pick a corner.
Doesn't
I'm
need
going
to be a
go.
corner.
Doesn't need to be a corner.
Oh, okay.
But so we gave them the diagram. Where would you take your first bite?
Oh,
I want
it's
to know
A.
the most common answer.
100% A. Bush,
that.
your move. Your witness.
Okay. For the tape, I'm going to say B.
B.
Coming slightly at an angle there. Okay.
B. Okay. B is like in between the middle and where the
Yeah.
Left or right of centre.
yeah, left or right centre.
Lovely job.
Okay, taking B for you, Bush, and A for you, Emily. I want same question for question 3, but on a rectangular one. What was the most common answer?
Okay.
Here you go.
I'm going to say.
Dealing with the important issues. It's over here and
It's
guessing.
quite a lot of work, this, isn't it? I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm going to say it's got to be. I'm really sorry, guys. It's either A or B. With the rectangle, I'm going to go B. Just because I think with the rectangle, it can be easier to get purchase. Yes, I've said purchase.
Purchase.
When you're slightly left or right of centre.
Okay. I'm going to go C. I think people might come in from the corner here on this rectangular
Rectangular
sandwich.
one.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'll be eating my cheese and pickle sandwich later on in the park.
After you've taken the first bite, can you take it?
Yeah,
Send the
can you
photo?
I'll send the phone.
Yeah.
Emily, do you want to be in on the WhatsApp group? Jedward are on there.
Okay, great. I'm taking C for you, Bush, and then
Yeah.
B for you, Emily. Last question on this round.
Yeah.
One person on the Guess the Nation, there's always one person,
There's always one.
said their first bite would be D on the triangular one,
Let me have a look.
which is basically the
Across the
middle
crust.
of the crust. They're taking their
Well, I
first
don't want
bite.
to do business with this psychopath. Okay, so.
Yeah, so I want you to tell me, what did she
Oh.
say for rectangular? I don't know whether that's useful.
I did
knowledge
down
or-
as a fella, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a person who takes D as a first bite on a triangular cut sandwich, where are they taking their first bite on a rectangular?
I mean, surely these cross people, I don't know about them. I'm trying to get inside their head. One would assume that they're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
So if she's taking D on the rectangle, is that right? On the triangular,
On the triangular, yeah.
then on the rectangle, I'm going to have to give her a similar. No, you know what? I'm going to say. I was going to say something. I was going to say she comes at it from behind. Sorry. I'm sorry.
We don't pretend to say anything about
with
it.
her hairy chest.
Oh my god. Can I just see? Is that D in the middle? Hang on, let me see. I've got the wrong glasses on for this diagram. Okay, I'm gonna say D again on the rectangle.
D again.
I'm going D again as well. Same angle of attack.
Oh, you're such a copy of it.
Sandwich angle of attack.
Yeah.
D for both of you. Okay.
Look, Bush writes all the scores down. He takes this really seriously.
Just making notes.
Notes.
Yeah, just notes.
He doesn't trust me.
Are you like one of those people on Countdown who come in afterwards and say, "Yeah, I had the same."
Oh yeah, you have to prove it.
Yeah, you know they
You
have
to
to.
prove it.
Don't you think that's disgraceful that people don't just trust them?
Yeah, I know. I've always wondered that though. How's that kind of work? But yeah, I just have to, prove it with me notes. But as you can tell from my terrible doctor's handwriting, it's all over the place. All over
Okay.
the place.
Okay, this round is done. Sandwich round is
Excellent.
done. And the answers are in. So when we asked the Guest Nation where do they typically take the first bite on those shaped sandwiches, did most contain a bit of crust or not contain a bit of crust? Most contained a bit of crust.
Oh.
You both got that wrong.
Oh, damn! I thought we got it.
No,
Well,
Okay, damn. Poor start. It's fine. It's fine.
sorry about that.
do you know what? We say a poor start, but, I'm still happy in my crustless life. They've got to go back.
I've never heard
Crust-infested world.
this anti-crust approach from anyone before. I didn't
Really?
realise it was a thing. Would that be like a red flag if someone was in a meal type situation with you, Amy?
Oh, no, I
Emmeline, someone?
totally accept that a lot of people do like a crust. I wouldn't judge them for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would find it odd. I just don't... would find it odd to start with that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm not sure I entirely believe them. I do think they're showing off. But anyway,
I need to ask this question because I think it's on everyone's minds. What do you do with pizzas?
well, I think you know, guys. Do I really need to ask?
No, obviously not.
Let's just say my recycling bin, food waste bin, contains an awful lot of crusty rinds.
Crusty right. Sounds like a heavy metal band.
Do you eat the corners of pizzas?
I eat pizza with a knife and fork to start with, which is pretty.
do you?
Yeah. But I'll eat the crust 100%. Yeah.
Pizza with a knife and fork.
Eats a burger with a knife and fork. He subscribes to the knife and fork.
I call it knife and forkism, which is my made-up religion of people who don't like to get food on their hands, referring to my earlier statement about being weird about stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, give it a go.
Oh,
Try
you're
it.
a bit of a Raymond, my dog. Bit of a gent. Do you wear a bib as well?
No, but I have been thinking about it.
Yeah, I like a bib. Okay.
Okay, question 2. On the triangular shaped sandwich, where did most people say they would take the first bite? The most common answer was C. It's the corner where there's a bit of crust
That's strange.
and a bit of
Okay.
non-crust.
I have a theory about this. I think people are wanting to get rid of the crust straight away
Mm.
so they can get to the good stuff at the end.
Exactly. So you acknowledge you fell right into my trap. They acknowledge they don't like it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, getting rid of
It's just-
the worst bit first.
So it's a kind of delayed gratification.
Yeah.
I've got even more gratification for you.
know.
Don't eat
Don't
the
eat it.
things.
Don't eat the damn things.
I can tell you the second most common answer, however, was A, which you put, Emily, so you get a half point for that
Woo!
on the board.
She's on the boards.
Rectangular, I can tell you that the second most common answer again was A, and the most common answer was C. It was the
Okay.
same. It was the same. Bush, you got a point there.
Okay, great.
You smashed it.
Thank you.
And the person who said they would take a D on a triangular. Hope you're all following this because even I'm starting to.
I am
Oh
confused.
my God.
It's basically the middle of a crusted side on a triangular sandwich. What did they say for rectangular? They said A.
Okay.
What the hell's that about?
We'll be posting this diagram
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the podcast is out, just so people can
Yeah,
help.
and on the Spotify version
on
or the
the-
video versions,
it'll be on the
it'll be
video
on the screen.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Which unfortunately you both got wrong. Actually, you both did terribly on that round.
Okay.
Going into
I
round
mean,
two.
you say terribly. Look, I just feel I had the courage of my convictions. I stood by my beliefs.
Yeah.
And I didn't just go. I know the point of this is that you're meant to guess what the public have said, but the public are wrong in this instance. I realise I sound like Nigel Farage right now.
Some of that. Yeah,
so
that-
where were we at school-wise after that round? Because that was
it was
a
pretty
low scorer.
Yeah, Bush, you're on a 1. Emily, you're on a half. So still pretty close.
All to play for. Before we get into round 2, if you're listening and didn't play this quiz, make sure you sign up at guesstimators.com. Every Monday, the quiz lands in your email inbox, and you've got until 6 p.m. on Wednesday to tackle it. This podcast right here is the first place to hear the answers and whether you top the weekly leaderboard. And if you're enjoying the show, please give us a rating and a review. It really helps us to spread the word. What have you got in store for us in round 2, Statman?
In round 2 this week, we asked the Guesser Nation which one of the following body parts they thought they could, I quote, do without if they were forced to choose.
Oh God.
Okay.
Left buttock, left foot, right ear, right hand, or tongue.
What an unusual question.
I would say, I mean, I know I've got to get myself into everyone's head. I think it's got to be left buttock. Has got to be up there. Because, I don't know, I could muddle through with a bit of padding.
With just the one buttock.
You'd have to sit like this.
I think I could muddle through with a bit of padding.
Do you think that buttocks are kind of maybe being phased out now through evolution?
Oh my! Well, do you know there is something genuinely called dead butt syndrome? Are you
Oh, really?
familiar with dead butt syndrome?
Sounds like another heavy metal band. What's dead butt syndrome?
Dead butt syndrome you get as a result of leading too sedentary a lifestyle,
Right.
and I believe literally your butt just gives up. It just says, "I'm okay.
Gives
I'm
up.
checking out," and it flattens beyond all recognition.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it happens to one, but you know that's the thing. So if that happened to my left buttock and I lost it, it would almost just be like Christmas future for my right buttock, because that is what, frankly, I hate to tell you, sort of happens with age. Anyway, your bum does sort of flatten and disappear. I'm still holding on to mine.
Still hanging in there.
I would still, you see, I've always had, I believe the word is quite a lot of junk in the trunk. I didn't realise. Well, it wasn't a good thing when I was growing up. And then it suddenly, Kim Kardashian and J-Lo doing the Lord's work,
Yeah.
suddenly it became fabulous to have a big bum.
Because people do like exercises to increase
Yeah.
the junk in the trunk, etc.
Well, do you remember they used to have, does my bum look big in this? That used to be an insult. Then
right,
it became an aspiration, didn't it? It was like that suddenly happened, and I love those women for that reason.
The history of the world in one sentence right there. Do you know what I mean? It is.
But yeah, so I'd be sad to lose it for all those reasons. My bum has been good to me. But I think most people, what do you think, Bush? I'm going to say left buttock. Is it the one they'd most do without?
They could do without if they were forced to choose. Left buttock, left foot, right ear, right hand, or tongue.
I'm going to go with left buttock as my answer for that.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think buttocks, you know, like I'm fascinated by, you know, like things change via evolution. I wonder with our phone usage, whether our like human beings' hands are going to change in, you know, in the future. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be doing CBD oil next for this kind of conspiracy theory stuff. But yeah, I wonder whether through evolution, you know, we've got great pillow technology now. Do we need buttocks like we used to? I don't know, guys.
Maybe we don't.
Maybe we don't. Then you could do with just the one. I mean, a plane can fly with one engine, can't it?
I mean, I've never really thought about that comparison, Ants.
Well,
But
this
I
is
like it.
Yeah. So,
Do you know, I also sometimes, I think particularly when I was a young woman, I used to consider it was just like a real, I think if you're like going to the gym or something where you're wearing like, and then suddenly you get like, oh great, look, here's my demographic showing up. It's kind of, actually it would be really nice to have the option. I think you should have the option to deflate them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you're having to walk past a load of like catcally men, you can just say, all right boys, we're going in now. Nothing to see here.
Well, I mean, we went camping at the weekend, and I had to deflate all the airbags and stuff before we put them back in the car. So it'd be a bit like that. Just lean on them, you can hear the air coming out.
I think what we're saying is buttocks should be optional.
Yeah. Yes, the right to choose about buttocks.
Yeah.
So questions 1 and 2 on this round. Yeah, what was the most common answer? What was the second most common answer? And again, I'll give you a half point if you put them in.
What do you think, Anne? What are you going for second answer?
Well, yeah, 100% left buttock, right foot. I don't know, right ear. Sometimes, like, this sounds a bit weird to say, but like, if you didn't have a tongue, and because sometimes you don't want to talk, you just feel like you don't want to talk. But if you didn't have a tongue, then people would be like, well, he's got no tongue, so that's why he's a bit quiet. He can't. He just like draws stuff and shows you stuff on notepads.
Wouldn't be ideal for your career.
Yeah,
It would wrap things up, but I feel like maybe it's coming to an end fairly soon anyway. Do you know what I mean? So
after this podcast
again,
episode
Christmas
comes out,
future.
I mean, AI can read out premium rate competition line, so I'm sure my days are numbered anyway. So I think tongue might be the buttock and tongue. What a fun! It's like a butcher's podcast.
Yeah. Let's go with butchers rather than adult only. I would say I'm going to go right ear or left ear or whatever, and I tell you why. Again, I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't love my ears. I could cope, I think, just because I'd have a sort of, I favour a long, slightly Bon Jovi vibe anyway on the hair front.
Yeah.
Cover it with the hair and just sort of brand myself as some modern-day Vincent van Gogh.
Yes.
He was left ear, wasn't he?
I think he cut his left ear off.
But he didn't really deliver on it. He cut off a set. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I could do it. I don't know. I think I could probably. I don't want to say I could do without it because I imagine it would be quite a traumatic thing to lose. Yeah. But I'm going to go that as the next option.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm buttock and ear, and you're buttock and tongue.
Buttock and tongue.
Okay.
What a combo.
Yeah. Breaking news: Van Gogh's left ear he chopped off.
Yes. Argument with Gauguin, was it? I believe.
Yes. A heated argument described.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it would have to be. It's like they were actually having a very calm discussion when he
about crusts.
Yeah, one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Hold on. He then wrapped the severed ear and delivered it to a woman named Gabrielle, a cleaner at a local brothel.
Yeah. She was his ex. He was in love with her, and she was an ex-partner, I believe.
Impeccable Van Gogh knowledge there, Emily Dean.
I did do a bit of history of art. I'm no stranger to the art world. I know a bit. I've been to Florence, so I've fitted in many things in my life.
Check you out. Do you paint? Are you a painter?
No, I could never paint. The only thing I painted, my mum was keen to encourage us to paint. Do you see what I mean? I think she was sort of... Sometimes I think she thought she was raising women in the sort of Pride and Prejudice era or something. Like, one must write to Mr. Bingley. He is on 300 a year. Like French and art. And, do you know what I mean? It was almost that idea of the ladies' education. It's kind of ridiculous. But... but the only thing I painted, because I was obsessed with Henry VIII, that's a whole other podcast, still am, have a lovely picture of him in my living room. And I did a painting of him, of Henry VIII.
Henry VIII.
Yeah, I was only about, and everyone said, what are you painting? And everyone's doing their mum and dad and flowers. And I got this Hans Holbein painting, postcard of it. My mum bought me the print. And I said, well, I'm going to need oils. Because I can't do this with watercolours.
Yeah.
She went, okay. You're getting a measure into me as a child.
We'll learn a lot about you in this episode.
That one.
No, it wasn't actually
Hands on
that
hips.
one.
Hands on
but
hips.
I'm obviously familiar with that whole one. And I started painting it, and then I said, halfway, I'm going to have Hampton Court in the background. So you're going to have to get me a picture of Hampton Court. So I've still got the picture.
I would love to see that.
Oh, could I send you a picture of it?
Please do.
Maybe I
Amazing.
will, and you can put it
We'll
on social media.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
I have it. My mum framed it in a gold frame.
I love that you're obsessed with Henry VIII. What an unusual. I like Kim Wilde when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So it's incredible. But he's like, like Wolf Hall was fantastic.
I Love
Damien
Walking.
Lewis's portrayal, like, because he was kind of a strapping guy before he kind of fell off his horse and got
Damien
fat,
Lewis was a bit too good looking for me.
Right.
And you're right, he was super cultured and he spoke sort of French and he was apparently, that's the thing, we just think of him as this big slob.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the Henry I like, to be honest. I like the gout years when he got a bit difficult.
Elvis in Vegas type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
But I always say, this is what I always say about him. I know he was difficult. I imagine being married to him wasn't ideal.
Right.
Say what you like about him. He wasn't a commitment phobe. He always put a ring on it.
He really did.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Who knew? He was such a big Henry VIII fan.
Sorry. Last question on this
yeah.
round. I simply want to know what was the least common answer given of which body part they thought they could do without if they were forced to choose. Left buttock, left foot, right ear, right hand, tongue.
You see, you went tongue. I'm going to say tongue. Oh, is this you can do without? Or the one you'll...
Can do without, but the least common answer. So I.
The least common, I would say tongue. I think that would just be a real nightmare to navigate, wouldn't it?
See, I'd like it because, like I said, earlier on, it'd be a bit of peace for everybody else, I think, to be honest with you. I'm going to go right hand.
Right hand.
But
Okay.
you're right hand person, then that means it's most
I
vital.
understand that.
But we'll see.
Although maybe you would look to, because we know, there are people who have lost a hand or a foot, and you could sort of say, oh, right, maybe they would act as inspirational figures, and you could say, well, they've managed to lead active lives, which is why I'm going tongue.
We shall see what the public think.
This round is done. Answers are in.
Oh, my God.
I can tell you the second most common answer was left buttock, which you both put top, so you get a half point.
Half a point.
Okay.
Be intrigued to see what they went for top.
Most common answer was right ear. You get another half point for them. You got them right, but just in the wrong order.
Perfect.
Story of my life.
And the least common answer was tongue.
Was
So
it?
again, you got
Do I
that
get
right,
dot?
Emily.
Oh, I got that right.
You got
Yeah,
that
you
bang
aced that.
on.
So did I
The
get
body
do better
part
than
queen,
Bush?
we shall call you. It
I-
sounds like you're a prolific murderer.
Did I do better than Bush?
You did a lot better than Bush. It
No need
means
to underline it, but yes.
going into the last round, Bush is on a 1.5. Emily, you're on a 2.5. Whoa. Tasty.
Emily, before we get to the final round, let's talk Frank, the iconic Frank Skinner. You
Oh,
guys have been
yeah.
friends for years, and your Frank Off the Radio
time.
podcast is flying. How did you guys first meet?
So we met through some mutual friends. My best friend Jane Goldman and her husband Jonathan Ross was how we. And I do kind of vividly remember he was friends. David Baddiel and Frank Skinner were very, very good friends with them. And I remember him coming in, and I just, when you meet someone and it's a completely platonic thing, but you just think, I really would like to be friends with you. I get a very good energy from you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I felt. I don't know what it was, but I just felt I really think I get on with this man. And I obviously felt the same of you, David, too, if you're listening. But yeah, we were great. We became, great friends. And I'm great friends with his wife now because he got married, Kathy.
Yeah.
And then he just suddenly called me. I'd had experience. I was working in journalism. I was editing fashion magazines But he knew I'd had experience, like a bit of broadcast experience, and I was a child actor and all this sort of stuff. So I wasn't going to freeze in front of a mic or having to perform. But he just messaged me one day and he said, I've been asked to do a radio show. Would you fancy doing it? And I thought, yeah. So that was 15, 16 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And that's how we met you. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were absolute together. And then we got fired, which we're quite honest about. And I know you're not meant to be. But I quite like being honest because I just think, and I quite like the fact that Frank was honest about that, because it's, it happens to everyone. So it's kind of like, I know you're meant to do the EastEnders thing and say, I'm leaving time to spend, I'm going to spend more time with my family. And it's like, no, we're really sad. We love being at Absolute. And
Well, what I loved about the show as well, I mean, it's a brilliant radio show, it's a
Yeah.
brilliant podcast, and it's gone on to do really well with the podcast. But you guys were, particularly, say, Frank, just as an example, you get a lot of famous people who come and do radio shows and they don't go anywhere near pressing the buttons or...
is that right?
Yeah, and a lot of them will have a
Really?
producer doing that for them. But you guys ran the desk.
Yeah, no, Frank's all a bit like that. He likes to sort of he likes learning. He's just really curious and he's always like, no, I want to do, he hates the idea of winging it or just, he wants to do things properly. So, no, and I think God, when I think, I'm loving working with him now as well, but just what I learnt everything from him. And it's quite interesting because sometimes I'll realise, oh God, he's such a perfectionist, and I mean that as a compliment, you know. And just that authenticity. So his view, and listen, I know you're similar. You're very, look, you just tell the truth about your life. And we all know people who we won't mention here today, who maybe make things up or aren't as truthful.
Yeah.
And suddenly you hear these fantastical things and you're like, I'm not sure, did that happen? Okay, fine. But I know with Frank, it's always just be yourself and be completely open and truthful on the, you know.
Yeah.
And I love that. So that's sort of very drummed into me now.
And a lot has happened in your life, Emily. You've written a book about it. Everyone died, so I got a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, you're still one of the nicest, most genuine, friendly people that I've ever met, like inside and outside of media. How have you stopped, say, what's happened to you, as detailed in the book, define your outlook on the world? Because it'd be quite easy to be kind of like, well, to hell with this, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's so nice, Andy. Well, right back at you.
Bless you. Well, I mean it.
I really mean that. Isn't this lovely? You wouldn't think we were battling to the death.
A pause in hostilities, like Christmas Day on the trenches.
It really is like Christmas Day. I think, and you're right, it is tricky when you go through something like that. I think, and just in case anyone doesn't know, my sister died, you know, long before she should have, and she left two, you know, small kids, and then both my parents died. So it was sort of all happened at once in this nightmarish Game of Thrones Red Wedding episode. They didn't even have the decency to spread it out a bit. I was just reeling from one, and I was like, oh, another one. So that was tough. And if I'm really honest, I don't think it really hit me until afterwards.
Right.
When it's all happening, it's like you're running on adrenaline. And I can cope with adrenaline and that. What's hard is there was that sense afterwards of grief is different. Because grief is suddenly like, oh, what do I do now? I don't really know how to handle this. Is too vast, you know. So I think I dealt with it by having an incredibly good understanding therapist, friends, obviously. But you know what? The dog was such a vital part of my story.
Oh, wow.
Because it was just, and that's why I decided to get a dog. Because I just thought, I need something. And if anyone's seen Afterlife, it's a sort of thing Ricky Gervais looks at as well to deal with grief. I've got to have something. I don't have kids, and that's fine. I'm comfortable with that decision. However, I have to recognise that it would be easy for me to not want to get up tomorrow. So I need to be responsible for somebody else. I had my sister's kids that, you know, I was obviously but they weren't actually living with me. They were living with my brother-in-law. So I need something in my house that will basically is dependent on me and will die if I don't look after it. Because I don't really care about myself at the moment. I need to care about something else. And as soon as I got Ray, it changed everything. Because I honestly, Andy, I went from sort of hitting the snooze button and dreading facing the day. And then I'd wake up and there'd be this weird Shih Tzu right up in my face, grunting and snorting.
Yeah.
And I started waking up crying with laughter instead of crying.
Yeah.
I remember
Amazing.
the morning really vividly when I used to wake up crying every morning. I'd wake up and then I'd remember and I'd start crying. And then one day, Ray just jumped on my face and he looked so weird, like this demented Ewok going, and I was crying with laughter.
Yeah.
And I remember just saying, oh my God, this is why people get dogs.
Yeah. Amazing.
And just that thing of, we'd go out. So sometimes my friends were incredible. I honestly would not be here without them supporting me through this. But sometimes it was quite nice to encounter people that didn't know my story. So I didn't feel like, I suppose, the raven at a picnic, you know, like, oh, here she is, Dr. Death. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just feel a bit, I used to say I felt a bit griefy McGrief face turning up, you know? Like, people are so nice about it, but it wasn't anything they did. I just felt I represented everything like bad. And so sometimes it would be quite nice to and then meet strangers, and I thought, I can choose whether to reveal this about myself.
Right.
I'm just a girl standing in front of a Shih Tzu asking you to be my friend. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in answer to your question, Ray would be in the top 3 of those things that actually turned that around for me and got me through that. So to anyone listening who's going through something difficult, if it's possible for you to get a dog, get one. If it's not, go and visit one, look after one, join, borrow my doggy or whatever. And also, if I also think working in this industry was helpful, working with comedians, doing stuff like this, because doing this kind of work allows you to pause briefly. And even if you shut off thinking about that stuff for 40 minutes, it's helpful for your mental health. Anyway, that's my serious
amazing.
bit.
That's
Sorry.
amazing. Well, so far we've talked about crusts and missing buttocks. What has Statman Matt got for us in the final round?
Well, gear change here because we asked the guest nation to estimate how many baths they have taken in the last 12 months.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask, are you baths or baths?
I'm Bath.
Love it. Are you baths or baths?
Baths. Very baths.
Are you no crusts and baths? Come on,
Take
Emma.
a wild effing guess which one I am.
I wonder. Well, this should be interesting.
Right, I'll ease you into this round with question 1 because it's all to play for. Excluding those on the guest nation who said 0, because there's plenty of them. I want you to tell me, were most answers single, double, or triple figures?
How many baths have taken in the last 12 months? How many baths do you think you've taken in the past 12 months?
Mind your own business. How dare you?
I
didn't think I was going to come here and be grilled on my hygiene by the old
It's an intervention, it's not a podcast.
the hygiene police strikes again. And were there any cat hairs on you when you got into that bar?
Welcome to Almost Feel That.
Do you use loofahs? Bush, you're getting a bit creepy. Can I say Bush is the least creepy person that ever walked the face?
Thank you
of
for
the
putting that on
earth.
record. That's a quote that may come back to haunt you.
Yeah. What do you think? Because are you a bath or a shower person?
I like treating myself to a bath. What I've got into
Adorable.
weirdly recently, right, is doing this thing where you have like I'm sure it gives Katie the ick, but I have like a shallow bath where I have like a short. I think I call it like a short bath.
Yeah, like they have in hospitals.
Yeah. And then just like wash myself and then get on with the rest of
And
the day.
you think that's treating yourself?
That is just like cleaning myself. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is.
Just getting in a puddle and
But
just
I'll do that in the
splashing some
morning.
water on you.
So I would have a short bath in
I
the
mean,
morning.
treating yourself in Sparta, maybe.
This has not panned out well for me, this episode.
Treating yourself. Is it 3 inches of water?
Yeah, not
Doing
treating as in
all
like a treatment, like delousing myself. But I meant like giving yourself a little, because it's boring showers. You have a shower that you can't even remember going in there. Do you know what I mean? Most of the time. Depends what you've had. But do you know what I mean? So I feel like this, I feel like sometimes in the busyness of modern life, you forget about baths and bathing. Do you have a bath much?
Well, once again, how very dare you? I tell you what I think. I mean, I am a bath person.
Okay.
It's just that I don't go for the hospital regulation 2 inches. I have a proper bath. I bath every day.
Really? In the evening? Or morning bath? Because morning bath's kind of weird though, right? Isn't it?
No, I do. I had a morning bath this very AM.
Well,
I
there
had
you
a
go.
bath.
Extra
So,
special effort.
The reason for that, I mean, there might be the odd day when I'm in a real rush where I have a shower. The reason for that, I think baths are kind of the therapists of cleanliness. They're a bit like, and how does that make you feel? Light some candles, dim the lights,
Yeah.
pour some of that aromatic oil in here. Showers, bit more SAS, are you tough enough instructor?
Andy McNabb.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Get clean, dirtbag. You know, they're so aggressive and noisy.
Yeah.
Whereas baths, I think baths are much better for, and we'll get onto this. I actually think women probably are more likely to favour a bath. I have no evidence for this, but I wonder if that, and if you'll forgive me, Andy, for generalising here about the genders, but you leave me no choice.
Okay.
I would say I think women are probably a bit better on that sort of self-care front. I don't know if you would say that's true of Katie and you, that she gets the need to do that more.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And she's got I don't have any like routine, like I would like to have a routine of like beauty routine and stuff like that, but I don't really know what order to do the things in and how it all works. Do you know what I mean? I'm not organised enough, but
You'll happily write a complex diagram of a sandwich.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it swings and roundabouts my life. But I the thing I find difficult is that if you have a bath in the morning, is having a luxurious bath sometimes would be not set the right tone for getting on with the rest of the day, because you would find it difficult to get back out and get going again. Do you know what I mean?
But maybe this is where you're going wrong.
This could be it.
Because if you think about it, meditation,
Uh-huh.
by that definition, you'd say, oh, well, you can't meditate in the morning because it's not going to set the right tone for the day. Maybe it's setting exactly the right tone for the day.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I need to change my
I think you do.
my morning ablutions.
Get out of this Type A crust-based world you're living in.
That's true. It's true.
Right, back to the quiz. The question 1 on this round was, excluding those on the guestination who said 0, were most answers single, double or triple figures?
For a year of baths.
So if we say, you'll have to help me with the math. You're like good at maths, Bush. Is that insulting?
I'm really bad.
Are you?
Yeah. Appearances can be deceiving.
Okay, I thought you might be quite good.
I'm terrible.
So 365. If we say, let's take off maybe 20 of those days or 30, so at least 300 baths a year. I'm going to say most people are more likely to be 1 and a bit a week.
Mm-hmm. So 52, was it 52 weeks in the year?
Yeah, so I'm going to go for over that. I'm going to say, I'm going to make up a random figure, 89 baths a year.
Very specific.
So double figures.
Double figures.
Yeah,
Double
double
figures.
figures.
Yeah, it can't be single figures over the year, surely. Although loads of flats now don't have baths, do they, as well?
Is that
So,
right?
Yeah, a lot of like non-bath flats. I'm going to go double figures as well.
Double?
Yeah, double. It's got to be double.
Double.
Okay.
Interesting you made that comment before, Emily, because for question 2, I want to know who said more, men or women? Who's taking more baths?
Oh, 100% women.
It's got to be women. Has to be.
We're definitely washing more. I would say. I think but I think women just it's. Does Katie bath more than you?
She hates baths, weirdly.
Does she?
She showers. Will only shower, yeah.
Oh, she's one of the sergeant majors. Okay.
Such a major. But the amount of hair I have to clean out of
Oh, here we go with the hair.
drain pipes and stuff from our, three daughters. The hair
No, that
shedding's
is a thing
out
I've
of control.
heard. I'm so relieved when I hear that because I just thought there was something wrong with me. But then I have all my male friends say, no, it just drives me mad. There's hair everywhere.
Oh, it's incredible. It is incredible.
Okay, I'll take women for both of you.
Yeah.
Last question on this
Okay.
round before the tiebreaker. Again, excluding those on the guestination who said 0, I want to know what was the most common answer. I want a number here, and I'll give you half points if you say the second most common answer. 'Cause
We
it's
just
quite
said
tricky.
89.
Oh, I said 89, so I better stick with that.
I think that might be spot on, I think 101.
101.
Yeah.
I love that.
101.
Okay. Oh, there's not much in it. There's a lot of tension.
There is a lot of
There is.
tension.
We've created a lot of tension here.
This is like a top-end Sky Sports bit of drama. for you
Yeah,
right
there's
here.
jeopardy.
There really is jeopardy.
I mean,
People in pubs around the UK stopping and watching the telly to see what happens here.
I need to ask the tiebreaker because there's a good chance we'll need it.
shut up.
What was the highest one person on the guestination said for how many baths they take a year?
Oh, it's clearly going to be me, isn't it? The highest. So that's got to be triple figures.
Yeah.
So given that we're saying you think I bath a lot and I take I've
bath
said
a
one
day?
a day, but then you've got to take off for 20
All right,
or
Cleopatra.
You've got to take off 20 or 30, haven't you, for days when you're indisposed.
National holidays,
Yeah.
etc.
I mean, I don't say, oh, great, it's Easter Sunday. I love smelling on Easter Sunday.
I've got Emily's bathing habits in my file of facts at the back. Battle of the Boyne. Emily Dean has a day off bathing.
It's always Battle of the Boyne.
Always
isn't
Battle of the
it?
Boyne. Always Battle
Why
of the
do
Boyne.
they put these things in for us?
No idea.
Okay, I'm going to say a lot, maybe not as much as me. One a day is a lot. 300.
300.
345.
3, 4,
here we go,
5.
I feel like the
You've
numbers.
just taken the 20 off.
I've taken the 20
Yeah,
off
yeah.
using Emily's maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
Smart. Okay, this quiz is done.
Boom.
Oh, I feel stiff with stress.
The answers are in. I can tell you it's close.
Is
So
it?
we asked the guestination to estimate how many baths they've taken in the last 12 months.
And
Were most answers, excluding those who said 0, single, double, or triple figures? They were single figures.
are you joking?
Oh, that is
Absolute filthy bastards.
Unbelievable. You
I'm
need to have a
shocked.
look at yourself if you're listening to this and you answered that.
I think a lot of people won't have a bath in their property.
Oh, is that what it is?
I reckon.
Oh, great. Now you make us seem like unsympathetic snobs.
I reckon.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you bathe in the north wing or the south wing of your property, Emily?
Oh, shut up. I will always, but anyway, you carry on.
No, that's fine. Who said more, men or women? It was women. You
Did you say women?
You
I
both
said
got that
women.
right.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
copied me. Yeah.
So,
Have you got in your bath? Have you got one of them things that go across the bath that you can put stuff in?
No, do you know what? I don't like those.
My nan and granddad used to have them when we were kids. I've not seen them since.
I don't like them so much. Yeah, my nan would always have those sort of like the wire things.
And a
with the
stone
soap
for doing
in
the bottom
it.
of your foot.
I've seen people I've seen on Instagram who have kind of really elaborate wooden
With like
setups.
holes for their phones and stuff. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
would
Really?
never have my phone in the box. Would you? It would panic me a lot.
Yeah, it freaked me out.
I often put my laptop on the toilet seat and watch EastEnders in the bath. That's a bit of insight into my life.
Oh, really? You need to be careful of that. You will end up getting moisture on your screen.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You don't see what else he's watching.
right, going into the last question, Emily, you're on a 3.5, Bush, you're on a 2.5. What was the most common answer, excluding those who said 0? I can tell you the second most common answer was 1.
Are you joking?
One bath a year, Christmas
1
Day.
bath a year.
And what did Bush say? Less than me.
Yeah, well, that was the second. Yeah, Bush said, well, you need to get it bang on.
Oh, so he didn't get anything either.
I can tell you the most common answer was 3.
He's
Both
joking.
way
What
too
is
high.
going
Three.
on with people?
And what did
Most
I
common
say?
answer was
360.
I said
You said
3, 4, 5.
You said 89. No, you said 89. Bush, you said
we haven't got the
101.
tiebreaker yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
3
People
was the
hate,
most common
Guest
answer.
Nation hate baths.
They hate baths, or they see them as a bit of a treat. I think maybe if you're in a hotel.
Oh my God, what happens if next week the ads that start getting put into our podcast are all like
Oh, well.
bathing products because they realise this lot of grubby gets?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Walk-in bath.
But
Walking
in
back.
fact, a hotel is a very place you shouldn't take a bath.
No, filthy. Ugh.
Yeah.
I love having a bath in a hotel. But Katie's always very much, I wouldn't bathe in a bath that I don't know who's been in.
In a really lovely hotel when it's like at the Pig, when it's in the middle of your room. I
Yeah.
like a bath
All right,
there.
you two.
Yeah.
Thanks. Aristocrats over there.
There's a big divide on the desk.
Yeah, there is,
isn't
isn't
Yeah.
It's the class war. We're like the Downton Abbey.
Pinky finger extended with sovereign ring as you're cutting the cuss off your sarnies.
You're like the resentful staff in Downton Abbey.
Throwing our cloth hats in the air.
And we're saying, what pray is a weekend?
Well, I wouldn't know about that, sir.
But that meant we didn't actually need the tiebreak. The tiebreak answer was actually 365. There's someone who religiously takes a bath every day, regardless of what's going
so
on.
he was closer.
He was closer, but we didn't need it
Right,
because
because he won.
no, because
But
you
they're
won.
on-
You won. Emily.
You won, Emily.
My God.
3.5 to 2.5. It was tight this week.
I've never won anything. This is the best thing ever.
Not only that, there's a prize.
It gets
Are you
better and better.
joking?
No, there is a
Guys,
prize.
I'm serious. They give you an actual prize. I mean, admittedly, it's in a somewhat unprepossessing cardboard box. Oh my God, I think it's going to be something I genuinely love. Oh, I got a guesstimator's mug.
Yay!
Oh, I actually love this.
It's one of the new batch. So
Yeah.
One of the
I
new
imagine, Emily, have you got
There's only
good?
about 4 of those in circulation at the
I
moment.
love this.
Have you got good
mug.
tea cups and stuff in your house? You got your finest set of china?
I haven't. Do you know what? I'm quite fussy about my mugs. As you can imagine, my mother was quite fussy about mugs, and this is going to take pride of place. It says, "Oh, you don't hate it, you love it."
Yeah.
Guesstimators with a lovely little picture. You're very easy to caricature.
Yeah. People send me a lot of photos of anyone on telly with glasses is me, apparently.
How did that start? That's always on social media.
I know. You can't move for it. I literally have to. I get up early in the morning just to reply. It's not me. To
It's
people.
become a really awful though, because sometimes there'll be someone who's committed a terrible crime, and I'll go, "Oh, Bush has been up to no good again." Look, Andy's so lovely. I won't have this.
It's always the ones you least expect. Well, listen, thank you for watching and listening. Thank you to our celebrity guest, the brilliant Emily Dean. Make sure you listen right to the end of this podcast to hear Statman Matt reveal who topped the leaderboard this week. And we love hearing from you. Please let us know how you did on socials and with a voice note. As ever, the voice note number is 07457 404 279. You've been listening to Guesstimators. We'll see you next time.
Hello, Guesstimator Statman, Matt here. What a brilliant episode that was with Emily. We had a lot of fun and we covered, well, a lot of bases, some not related to the quiz. Let's put it that way. Anyway, this week's quiz, average of 5.5. So congratulations if you got 5.5 or more. And it meant you needed a 9.5 to win. There's one person sitting pretty at the top with a 9.5, and that person is Steve Pierce. Steve, congratulations. Steve actually got the first 9 questions right and then got a half point on the last question. So amazing going, Steve. I will be in touch with you about getting a prize sent your way. Golden question, 2 out of 3 won that. The question was, what's the most 6 out of 10 app on your phone? The Guest Nation answered that. And after his joint win last week, it was Steve Winfield again who won, but this week on his own. Come on, we need some more of Golden members to knock Steve off his perch. But he's made a great start to the Season 5 leaderboard. That is all from me. We'll be back once again on Monday.